Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening wherever you are in the world. Well, my name is Jade, and this is it's called the Rant. Oh yeah, what show is this? It's the Rant, and today we are going to do something very interesting. I hope you're ready for some learning because we are going to demystify the algorithm. You better get ready. It's going to hurt. Hi, I'm Jade and welcome to the Rant. And I hope you're doing okay. Yes, let's talk about the algorithm. And this one's going to be, this one is going to hurt. It's going to come off like a Band-Aid. And you're maybe going to be shocked at some of the information that I've got for you. And of course, with these rants, I actually do some research. You know what I mean? I know, right? Research? Why? Why would I do research? You just thought I got up here and talked a load of nonsense. Well, I don't. I talk a lot of nonsense all the time, but I try and at least let you walk away with some kind of knowledge or feeling better. And that is the goal with 2026 with the Rant and overall this channel. Let's just have a quick talk about that. You may have noticed there's no more numbers for the shows. Each show's title used to say, blah, 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 how to open iOS, episode whatever, season 13. No more. Gone. After 5 years, we've ditched all that stuff. I don't need that stuff anymore. Numbers are arbitrary. They just don't matter, right? Subscribers, all this kind of stuff. If that's what you're basing everything off, maybe you're doing it wrong. And maybe we'll talk further about that today. But let's say hello to you all before we get into the nitty-gritty and expose the algorithm. So you walk away understanding exactly what part you play as a creator and what part you play as a viewer. Not only on YouTube, we'll cover a little bit of Facebook as well too, because most of Facebook stuff applies across Instagram and all of that nonsense. That's a little bit different, Instagram and all those kind of social media things. But hello to Gary Hubbs, who likes and shares everything out because he's that bro. He's a bro and a pigeon, and they pigeon around together wherever they go. It's just Gary Hubbs and his pigeon. Always, wherever they go. James Myers, thanks for nudging the like. You can do that. I never really pressure you guys to hit the like. I don't really say any of that much. But hey, if you do, you guys just naturally do it, right? We're a little bit trained as monkeys, aren't we, here on YouTube? You just kind of do it, don't you? So it's never been a thing that I pressure and sit there and go, you know, hey, it's up to you. I'm not here to tell you what to do, right? Ali is here. The bopper, the big bopper, Dave Bops, hello. Thomas Christ is here as well. Hello, Thomas Christ. And it's always a pleasure, Thomas. Hubba, hubba. What was that? Pause and guitars. Hello, Pause. Forrest of the Wolf. I just got your message before. I'll check it after the show, my friend. I had an early night last night because I knew this was going to be a important one that I needed to get some sleep to be able to talk and sound like I know what I'm talking about, right? Because I never do. SuperChats, you can do this stuff or you don't, right? You can become a member or you don't, right? You can get some merch and be an aunt if you want, or don't. Become a patron, all that. It's just stuff, right, isn't it? Professor Boomer, the prof, is in the house. The Boomer base, we've got the prof and the meme. The meme and the prof and the meme. Meme prof, when they come together, that's what their band's going to be, prof meme. It's and it's going to be a lot of songs about boomering around. What? Shut up, Jade. Just shut up. Just where's the punch button? Where is it? I can never find out. Shut up. What's going on? Ridiculous fool. Shut up. Who else is here before we get into this nonsense? Have we already started? Are we live? What's going on? Hello to you all. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Let's talk. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the algorithm because you're going to be shocked, I think, with the way this actually works. Now, I can't profess to knowing the full ins and outs, but the information is out there. You know, this is the interesting thing. For the longest time, and I'm guilty of it myself, I sit there and a lot of creators sit there and blame the algorithm, right? And, it's the algorithm. And it's a lot more complex than just blaming the algorithm. The algorithm isn't just this one overlord like the Ring of Sauron, or it's not just this one thing. It's a very complex web of things that take place for the algorithms, because there's multiple algorithms for them to work. And I'm going to be this is going to be broken up into 3 parts today. And the first part we'll talk about is being a creator on YouTube. The irony is, there's no difference. Once you find out the truth, it's a really disappointing. So be ready, and then we'll talk about being a viewer, right? Just somebody who's got a YouTube account, and you may put up a little bit of stuff either in hither of your family or whatever, but the majority of your time you spend watching other stuff. Right, and then we'll talk about Facebook. So the truth of the matter is the algorithm is not just one. We're always talking about the algorithm as just one thing. It's the algorithm, and it's not. It's not just one algorithm. And that makes people think it's like some robot that controls everything. You got to think of the algorithm as a multitude of smaller algorithms of little robots all working together to try and help you create the best viewing experience for you, right? And it is not just like deciding for you. There's none of that. Like, it just doesn't go, you know what? I'm just going to like decide what I think this person should watch. It's literally watching everything you do. The conglomerate of algorithms is paying attention to everything you do, everything you click, everything you search for, everything you click off, everything you don't watch, everything you watch for maybe 15 seconds, everything you watch all the way through till the end. There's a whole lot of these possibilities that actually happen. And let's just get this out the way right now. Here's what some home truths, and I know this is going to hurt. Algorithms don't give a fuck about fairness. They just don't care. The algorithm does not care about fairness. It does not care about the effort you put in, and it does not care about your loyalty. It does not have feelings. It does not. It just doesn't. It works solely on interactions and such. So, like, nothing's fair, right? There's no, like, algorithm that's going, you know what? I think this viewer's a conspiracy theorist, and I'm going to take them out. So, this shadow banning bullshit, right? Let's get that out of the way. There's something wrong with you. Algorithms care about attention. They care about time spent, and they care about engagement. Algorithms are viewer first. Let's get that out there again. Viewer first. It is not about you being a creator. It doesn't give a fuck what you make, what you put out there. It does not care. It is completely impartial to the content that you make and the videos that you make. It does absolutely zero interest in that. It only cares about the viewer. As a content creator, you're nothing. You're below the viewer. The viewer is always the most important within the system, the scale, the hierarchy of the algorithm, okay? Every action that you do as a viewer trains the system, and trains specifically your system, your specific, your world. It's yours, right? It has nothing to do with anybody else's. Your clicks and your things that you do have no. It doesn't care about what makes them money. It doesn't care about that. So you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong on that. I'm sorry to say it. That is not what. That's a completely different side project. That is advertising, right? So advertising is a completely different thing. It is still based on viewer discretion. So what the viewer picks to watch makes the video popular, and then the advertising goes by that. It is all based on the viewer. The viewer, and what they're clicking and what they're not clicking. Just so we're clear, right? No interaction from the viewer assumes disinterest, assumes it is a shit video, even though the video could be absolutely top tier, next level, fucking unmissable content. If nobody clicks it, then that's it, right? It's not so much pandering to viewers as such, right? Because there's no way you can force somebody to click on something, right? And again, this is what makes it hard, right? Because even if you make content that is appealing to a viewer, at that moment in time, they might not be ready. They might not be able to watch that. They might be down a rabbit hole of something else, right? They may be, because people do it all the time. And rabbit holes are what YouTube love, right? This is where people get it wrong, and they think, oh, fucking, I'm being shadow banned for going down this path of conspiracy or whatever it is, right? No. YouTube love you going down a rabbit hole and getting lost in videos. Right? They want you to go down that path because it's called click-through rate. They want click-through. They want you to watch something. They want you to watch it all the way through to the end. They want you to click on the next video. That is the whole point. They want to keep you trapped in this system, watching the next video, watching the next thing, falling down the rabbit hole till you turn around like Netflix, right? We've all watched Netflix and we've watched a TV series and gone, holy shit, is that the time of day? I've lost 3 days just so I can watch this entire fucking series from series 1 to series 9. They want you locked in. Because obviously, and I'm not, again, we're not talking about the money aspect and all that today. We're just talking about how to manipulate the algorithm, get it to work for you as well too, because you're in control of it, right? And you're in control of channels. Funnily enough, we'll get to this in a second. So now, a lot of this is the thing, right? Emotional response keeps platforms alive. Right, and I think we understand this, especially on Facebook, which we'll cover later. The reason you're losing vision of your friends and stuff. Remember, Facebook used to be about friends, right? And you'd see all your friends' stuff, even the people that you were like, I really don't like this person. Why are they being shown to me? But now, Facebook has moved to a different kind of algorithm where emotional reaction is what they want. So they actually know by all the information you feed them of the things that get you upset and get you riled up. And that's why now on Facebook, when you're scrolling, you'll say, oh, there's a friend of mine, there's an ad, there's another ad, there's an ad, oh, there's a friend of mine, oh, there's something I really dislike. That really pisses me off. I hate that. Why is that in my feed? Why is that there? I clearly put in all this information telling you that I don't like this. Why are you feeding me this? Because they want you to fight with people, because fucking emotion keeps engagement going, doesn't it? Like Sally's fucking toasted sandwich that she's showing at the local bakery on for us Saturday morning is like, I don't give a fuck, Sally, about your sandwich, but I give a fuck about this Donald Trump stuff and I want to fight this asshole, of course, right? So the emotional stuff. And to a degree, like YouTube is kind of the same with this, right? So, and now you got to remember, so the algorithm is not so much about like helping creators. It's not so much about like fair exposure, or it's not really about truth. But what it is about viewer satisfaction and about watch time. These are the two things. These are very important. Is the viewer satisfied watching this content? And you can tell if they're not because they click off, gone, right? Or they will tell you, I'm not interested in this. There's a little option always on there. I'm not interested. Don't show me this. Don't show me this. And we'll get to all that stuff as well too. So YouTube, now, of course, we're talking about creators. Hello, Jenny. Pete Johns, of course. Pete Johns coming up after this. So, all right. So it's a personalized environment, right? Now, I sit here and say we're talking about a creator, it doesn't give a fuck about the creator, right? Each viewer gets a custom YouTube that is based on what they watch, what they finish, okay, what they watch and what they finish, what they abandon after 10 to 30 seconds. This stuff's really important. What they binge on, what rabbit holes they fall down, and what they ignore, which is the don't show me this again. Or if something pops up, you'll notice videos will pop up sometimes 3 to 4 times. And you'll be like, why does this keep popping up? Now, that depends too. There's multiple ways that you can make a video pop up like that. Somebody might be using targeted ads, and they can decide how many times it pops up in a viewer's feed before it stops. And when you create YouTube targeted ads, when you do advertising through Google Ads, you can say, make this show up 10 times before it drifts away, right? So you're giving the viewer 10 opportunities to click on it. and it'll pop up over a period of time, who knows how long, but there will be 10 chances to like see that, and that's why you see it pop up a few times, and then it'll just disappear if you never click on it, right? So these are important things to remember. So how does it work for creators? YouTube, let's be completely clear here. There is no global ranking system for videos. Like there's not this, like we have Social Blade out there, right? If you've ever been to Social Blade, you can go to a user's Social Blade account. It's completely not accurate at all when it comes to financial stuff, the Social Blade, but it gives you an idea of how many views people are giving a channel each day and on videos each, so you can get an overall thing, but don't ever pay attention to the financials on Social Blade. But in Social Blade, it kind of ranks channels. It gives them a B plus or whatever as like a global ranking. But funnily enough, videos that get released as a creator, there is no global thing. Like Mr. Beast isn't just always at the top because it's a good video, right? It just doesn't work like that. And we, as viewers, now if you've ever been, well, I know you've always been young. We're all young. Sometimes some of us are still young in the brain. Me. The way it works, we are all essentially, what do they call that thing when I was young, my mum used to take me to do, we'd go out to a market research. We'd go out to some office space. My mum was stupid. She'd take us to these crazy things and she'd go, we're going to go somewhere today and all of you are going to get $50. And as a kid, as a like 10-year-old kid, 11-year-old kid, I was like, $50? What? What are we going to do? And they'd sit us all in a room with these other kids and hand us a tub of yogurt. And I'd sit there and go, yeah, that was nice. And unbeknownst to us, there's a little mirror watching market research. Everybody on YouTube is actually a market researcher. And what happens is when a video is released by a creator, that video is then sent to a very small percentage of people who are essentially market research people. Now, it's not known exactly, but for the most part, it is expected, like from my research, that it does go out to people who are at least interested in the topic that you are doing. And this is why it's important to still add tags in 2026 to your videos and still add the right category of video that you're putting out there, okay? Because you want it to go to a group of people that are actually going to watch your stuff. And if you're doing like a music thing and you're putting travel, well, it's going to go to a bunch of people who enjoy travel videos and they're just not going to click on it. So it's important when you release the videos that you make it crystal clear of what kind of content it is, or it's just going to go to people who aren't interested. Ed Zielinski has joined us as well, and we've got Mark's Noise as well. Hello to you. If you think about it, YouTube probably knows more about you than even you. This is true, man. Everything you click on, they know everything. They know what you want to see. They know ahead of time, right? Because they have your... Because, look, everything works in patterns, my friends. I don't know if you know this. Look at the universe. Everything spirals, right? We're flying through space. Everything's kind of a spiral. Everything is pattern-based. And mathematics, right? Mathematics applies to so many things and it all makes sense and all comes together. Somehow it all just works, you know what I mean? And pattern recognition is basically what algorithms do. It's not like the AI and all this stuff is smart. It understands pattern recognition, right? And even like the CIA and FBI throughout history have used people who are able, not fucking psychics who can like, that's a lot of nonsense, right? But people who understand patterns are able to see things, that see consistent patterns, right? Because this stuff's important. This is how you predict stuff, predict what people watch. Because believe it or not, even though we don't see it every day, but we are doing similar things all the time. We kind of going around in circles. It's like you don't see the way your face changes over a space of the year. But if you use one of those apps which tells you to take a photo of your face every day, and then at the end of the year, it gives you a quick brrr through all of your faces, you actually see the changes over that year. But day by day, we don't see it, right? Because we just live in the moment, or we try to anyway, as best we can. So each video that gets released by a creator gets dropped to a very small audience, hopefully of people that are engaged in the kind of content that you make. If you've done all the right things, if you've made good thumbnails and made sure your categories and your tags, and you just do all the things, the diligent stuff, right? Jenny Jolivet, hello to you. I missed you as well there. And based on that small group of people that get your content, that's the decision, right? That's it. That's on those people, on what they do next, what decides on if it goes on to the next group of people. There's nothing more to it. Anyway, end of show. That's it. And that performance decides whether it goes on to a wider group of people. There's no once you get to 10,000 subscribers, your videos now go to a completely different echelon of people. I've seen people say this, right? It's just not true. That's not how it works. There's even channels like Mr. Beast still go through that kind of thing. It's the video's dropped and it goes to a select group of people. Of course, it's going to go to a number of your subscribers as well because you've got the bell selected, right? Or hopefully you've done that. You've liked, you've subscribed, you've got the bell selected. You may have notifications on or you may not, and you'll get those notifications. So those people are going to get this stuff as well. But pattern recognition is really important. Now, getting back to what people watch, how they do it, right? How long are they going to watch it for? Are they going to watch it till the end? Are they going to click it off after 10 seconds? Are they going to binge it and go and watch more stuff? Are they going to ignore it and just let it go? This stuff is certainly important. Why is this? Click-through rate, CTR. You've probably seen it. What does it mean? It's based on, did the title draw the person in to click it? Did they click it? Did the thumbnail get clicked? The click-through rate, did it help? This is why people go on about thumbnails. They're important. They are important because you want people to click on it and engage and go, oh, that's interesting to me. Of course, everything else has to be done too. Watch time, how long did they stay? Audience retention, where did they leave? Now, this is another thing. So, because we're on creator section at the moment, and a lot of this is going to tie into, as you're hearing right now, as you are hearing, a lot of this doesn't have to do with the creator. This is all thrown into the hands of the viewer. You've just got to do your part, make sure your quality is the best, the video is the best quality you can do, have conviction, have love, have passion for your video. And I know sometimes when you put it out, it's heart-wrenching and you put weeks of time into something and then it just bombs. It's not you, all right? It really isn't, right? Your content's still good. It just depends on the small group of people it's been sent to first, on if they wanted to watch it. And it's not worth beating yourself up about, right? Because tomorrow's another day. And at least, as you grow subscribers, the people who are clicking it through and continuing to watch, they're enjoying it. If they're enjoying it, then that's good too. So don't take it too much to heart, right? Because you don't know, like I said in the beginning, you don't know where people are, if the videos come out at a time when they're not able to sit down, because we're going to talk about that too, the time of day and the the consistency of releasing videos, so people expect it. Because again, patterns, right? Patterns. People, they know when something's coming out, right? Measure output, not the outcome. Exactly. Because you can't live in a world based on other people's decisions to do things, right? Because you can't control it. It's beyond your control. When you start beating yourself up over that shit, this is where things get messy and you start going downhill. You start dealing with things like depression, anxiety, and all this shit, which is what the fucking people in control want you to do, right? They want you to fucking be angry, and then they want you to engage with angry content and keep that machine going, all right? You can say that, right? You can say this as well too, but why not? But why not do it? This is the thing, right? If the tool's there, right, about tags, why not? I still do it. I don't care. I don't sweat the tags either. I don't sit there and cry over them. I just add a few and I'm happy. At least you don't need to go all in and fill up all the entire space with tags. Just what is the thing? That's it. Keep it simple, right? Because don't go making up shit. Oh, here's my video on how to record a song. Let me put fluffy dogs in there. Right? Don't go silly. You're going to end up the video's going to end up going out to people who are into fluffy dogs, and they're like, "What's this? James Myers? He doesn't look like a fluffy dog. What's happening?" It says, "I try to remember that everything matters. It's how your videos how your videos do. But I can't be a hamster in a wheel, so I do a few basic things and say good enough." The thing is, you can't control people. You can only control the things that you do, right? That's all you can do. Now, audience retention. So when people leave, this is an important thing, right? A very important thing. Sometimes it's funny to see countries I get watched. A few weeks, it was Guadalupe. Actually, Uzbekistan is watching. It's true, isn't it? It's true when you see well, you can put dogs in there if you want. Maybe put a dog on your hat or something. I don't know. Anyway, look, and what is important too, obviously engagement, likes, comments keep things going, right? Shares help, and subscribers after viewing, that helps. But I'll tell you what subscribers don't do. Subscribers don't guarantee views. So keep that fucking far from your mind. The world that we live in with this whole subscribe, it's the most important thing. Not when you end up with 200,000 subscribers and you do a live stream and you get 10 people there, right? I know some channels that have like 35,000 subs, and even I see it and go, okay, well, let's go to your live stream. There's 2 people at the live stream. And you think, what's going on? Why is this? Why? How does this happen? Is it paid for? I don't know. What matters most? Watch time, views, retention, likes, right? Consistency, upload times. Look, the statistics that you get on YouTube, for example, the subscribers, looking at that stuff, look at the time people are watching your content. The time the people who mostly engage with your content are online. Find a spot. Pick that spot. This stuff's far more important, right? Friends, look, and we'll get to this too, there's no point in having a shit ton of subscribers if nobody's watching. What it basically does is, if you go and subscribe to channels and then you don't watch any of the stuff, eventually, like after a very short period of time, they'll just stop serving you that stuff. This is why people go, I've been deleted from I was subscribed to you. Yeah, because if you've been subscribed to somebody sometimes, you not watch their shit for 2 fucking years, why the fuck would they keep sending you shit, right? Subscribe to stuff you're going to watch and watch it. Like, don't waste the subscribe. Trust me on this shit. It's only going to make your algorithm better, right? Because it's about your algorithm, what you watch. Because that's the whole drive of this conversation. This creator stuff is nonsense. Subscribers don't guarantee views. Subscribers don't watch. If subscribers don't watch, right, YouTube stops sending content to them. It's just how it works. Videos can take days, weeks, and months to take off. This is another thing too. People give up and go, oh, fucking, that didn't work in the first 10 minutes. Sometimes it's a fucking short that shoots off 3 other videos. You really got to try and not lose hope, right? Because just keep going. Just keep pushing, keep making the stuff. Like, obviously, if you're doing this kind of stuff as a creator, right, then you love doing it. Like, you love doing it. It excites you. Editing the thing and putting it all together and then watching it back and going, fuck, how cool is this? It looks like a TV show or whatever, right? That's the most important thing. And the consistently guarantees at least some point people watching, right? And a core base and people that you actually connect with. So it's great having a bunch of subscribers that nobody, and you don't know any of them, none of them interact with you, is it? What's the point? So they go on about make thumbnails, titles. We know all this stuff. Make them clear, make them colourful. They don't need to be clever. They just need to get somebody to watch, right? They need to be simple. You can just dumb the thumbnail down. Dumb it down. Here you go. Here's the thing. I'm the thing. That's it. Mysterious. Don't put millions and millions of words on it. I've learned the hard way. I used to keep them so simple it was ridiculous. Now I try and make them as bright and easy to understand as possible. You don't need a million words. Just fucking get to the point. Few words. You want to hook people. Like, it's hard for me. I do mostly live streams, right? Live streams is a little bit different than creating content. It's why when I started doing Unearthed has no fucking fluff in between the songs. I will never even address the song that just played on Unearthed. It's like, here's the song, here's where they're from, here's, I kind of like them, let's go. Boom. Song finishes. Next song. Keep it snappy. Get it done. Get in, get out. Just don't drag it. Live streams are a bit different, right? Because you got the hellos, you got to interact. So live streams aren't always the best thing for watching on the replay. That's why I'll get some comments left to me, people going, you said hello too much to people. It's like, well, it's a live stream. What do you want me to do? Just go, hey, everybody, fuck off. I don't care if you're here. So it's difficult for that kind of stuff. Excuse me. You want to hook your viewers, though. The most important thing is you want them to watch the thing. You want them to get to the end or as much as possible. Because if they don't, that's kind of saying this is not a good video. It's true. Even 30 seconds, click off, it's not a good video. So while we're talking about that, let's talk about the advertising, Google Ads. Now, it may look great if you're say you got a music channel, right? And you got 100,000 subscribers. And it looks really good that a whole bunch of your videos are getting 20,000 views. Your music video's got 20,000 views, but it's really easy to spot that it's bullshit, right? Because you can just go down and see 8 comments and 3 thumbs ups. It's not real, right? The engagement's not there. And if you're paying for them specifically, you're living in a land of fantasy. You're actually thinking that, look at me, look at all the, and you're living in a fucking very silent mental ward, right? So more the fool you. Good luck with that. And if you are watching this and that's what you're doing, then I know what's happening. When you look at your statistics, every view on your song, the 18,000 views on your song, guess what? Doesn't go over 10 to 15 seconds. Because it's targeted advertising and people are just clicking on it because it's been fed to them, right? So if they don't like it straight away, there's no obligation to keep watching. And that's why when you do Google ads on a lot of your videos, you may get 1,000 views on it, but none of them are longer than 10 seconds. And that overall is really bad for your channel. It looks good to the outside world and it's bullshit, it's fake. And you're thinking, it looks good, so it may draw people in, but it's not hard to fucking look and go, this is bullshit, right? People can see it. It's like AI musicians. You can pretty much tell an AI musician just by looking at how many songs they've released in the last month. When it's 12 songs every fucking month, sometimes 2 days apart, it's bullshit. They're just generating songs. And it's the same with advertising, right? So having it look good on the outside is not good on the inside because you're getting these 30-second views. If anyone's ever paid for an ad or had somebody pay for views through legit ways, through Google advertising, you can go right now and look at that video and look how long each click has been. It's like 10 seconds, and it's not really going to help your channel overall. Even though you can live in the land of pretend world, but you're a fuckwit. Each viewer has a personalized feed. So we all have our feeds, right? And we all have a watch history. These watch histories are really important. Everything is like, if you turn off your watch history, that's one of the silliest things you can do. You can make your watch history private, of course, right? So you can do all that. This is what determines your feed. This is what determines what's served up to you, right, as a viewer. And we've already said it. What you make means shit. It's what the viewer does and says and happens. And hi, Leela, and hi, Hugh Caldwell. There's a few things we've already talked. It's based on what people click, what they finish, what they abandon quickly, all this kind of stuff. But YouTube also adapts to things like the time of the day that the videos drop, the device that people are watching on. So when you do a Google ad, all this stuff comes up. Who would you like to target? People who are watching on a phone, people who are watching on a TV, people who are watching on a desktop, right? Viewing streaks, how long people have continued to keep watching something on a channel. The viewing mood of people, all this stuff is like collected. Every single stroke is collected, and YouTube know all of this stuff, and that's what they try and base your content on. So if you're seeing a lot of Donald Trump at the moment, it's probably because you're clicking on a lot of it. It's probably your fault. It is your fault, in fact. What you click on is what you get served. That's it. And things that are adjacent to that. So you can change this at any time. You have the power. So this is my thing for 2026. I'm not going to sit here anymore and yell at the fucking algorithm, because the algorithm is a reflection of me. It just is. And I can see it now. And it took me doing Unearthed and starting to look for music that I started to realize that. Holy shit, now my feed is just sending me really awesome music every day. Now I'm just swamped with great music. It's so cool that it was so easy to manipulate the algorithm. Who knew that the algorithm was trying to serve me the stuff that I actually want to click on just by clicking on it and watching it? But we're fed a lot of the time on YouTube this rage, anger shit of like, the YouTube's the thing that's fucking with us. The algorithm's the thing, because it gets everybody upset, and it gets everybody yelling at one thing, and it allows people to shift the blame away from the reality of what's actually happening. And that's silly, right? You're doing a disservice to yourself. Does it track you if you come back and finish a video later? I'm not exactly sure on that. I would say no. Well, hang on. I think we can clearly say most of us. I do this all the time. So I'll be in my lounge room. I'll start watching a YouTube video, and I'll say it's like a Spaniard, goes for an hour and a half. I've got through 40 minutes of it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to bed. So I'll move into my bedroom where I got a smart TV in there, and I look for it. Oh, there it is, and it's at the place that I left it in the thing. And a lot of the time when you do come back and watch something, it does remember where you left off. Not all the time, but it does its best to remember. So, yeah, I would say, of course, it's trying to do that. Tony Howie, hello to you as well. Asher, a day is here. You're late for an important date. So it does pretty well with that, right? Again, it's not, we got to stop looking at the algorithms as an enemy and start understanding that it is trying to work for us, right? Facebook we'll get to. I'm running out of time, aren't I? But all this applies to like the viewer. The viewer is the most important. The viewer determines how successful your channel is. The viewer determines how successful each video is, determines everything. You just got to keep making the stuff that makes you happy, right? That's it. End of story with that being a creator. That's it. Do the stuff that gets you off, that gets you pumped up, gets you going. That is absolutely the most important thing, because click-through rates, and now something to think about this stat too, like, so a video with 1,000 views, but an 80% retention, 1,000 views and 80% retention will beat a video with 50,000 views and 10% retention. So just like when you see these channels that have 20,000 views on this video, but there's like 10 likes and 4 comments, that video is going to do absolute shit. They are doing terrible. And you see, this is the thing, because you see the number, you see the big number all the time and go, oh, wow, fucking how could I? Don't get sucked into it. A lot of the time, the channels with like only 1,000 views on something and just pages and pages and pages of comments are doing so much better, right? For example, I'll tell you, somebody like Laurie's Mishmash, I bring her up all the time, right? You go and look at her video, she drops a video, has a premiere, she get 30 people there, and then you look at the comments, it's like 150 comments. So much engagement. Engagement is where it's at, right? Engagement, man, engagement. 1,000 views, 80% retention compared to 50,000 views and 10% retention. The 1,000 views are doing much better. That's just the way it works. That's it. Zach, hello to you. Now, consistency like regulates your viewing of the algorithm as well too. So if you're jumping around genres and stuff, as a creator, like this is more so, if you're jumping around genres and confusing your audience with all this different stuff, you're not going to retain. It doesn't know where to send your stuff to. It doesn't. Remember, it's going to send your stuff to a very small audience to test the waters first to see if it's a good video. But if you're just putting out all these very random, here's a video on fish tanks, and now here's a video on clipping toenails. Where does it go? It doesn't know where to go. You need to give the algorithm a clear, defined concept of what you're making so it can send it to the right people that then decide if your video's worth a pinch of shit. Subscribers do not guarantee views. We've talked about this. What do? They act as a test audience. So, of course, they're going to go. Now, if your subscribers are not clicking on your videos, that's the worst thing, man. That is the worst thing. This is why having a lot of subscribers that aren't engaging is absolutely terrible, because the first test subjects of a video that gets dropped goes to your subscribers, because they're the people who have clicked the bell and done the stuff. And if they're not watching any of your shit, why send it anywhere else? So you've got to keep your subscribers engaged, and you want to fucking build a community. All that stuff's another story completely. Building a community, thumbnails, all this stuff is important. Let's just end with on creator stuff. The brutal truth: the algorithm isn't against you. So can we put that to bed? Let's, for 2026, put it to bed, right? It's not against you. It's for you. It's your friend. It actually wants to help you. And the algorithm is just obsessed with the people viewing. It's obsessed. Totally. It lives to find out every single fucking click. That's the hard truth. If viewers click, if viewers stay, if viewers engage, and if they come back for more, happy days, right? And it goes now the same for your viewing experience. If you as a viewer click and you stay and you engage and you come back for more, well, guess what? You're going to get served more. If you go and watch Donald Trump every fucking day, being a buffoon, being a fucking idiot, and get mad and going all that, you're going to get more Donald Trump get mad content. That is just the way it is. And you're securing your own depression and your own senility. Because nobody wants to fucking get in. I've been there. I've been trapped in that shit. And over the last few weeks, it's been so good to finally understand how to get rid of this numpty out of my fucking feed. I don't give a shit. Fuck off. Go be a weirdo somewhere else. I want to hear good music. I want to watch content. I want to watch the content that I like. Snake breeding. I want to watch the content of people going out on adventures on an island with just a knife. I love that shit. And that's all I'm getting fed. The Trumpster's gone, no matter how hard he tries to come back. And the thing is, you've got to be diligent, right? You got to not. It's like being a drug addict. You got to say no when the stuff pops up again and tries to rage bait you into like engaging with it, because it wants you to, because it knows that you've done it in the past. Remember, it knows everything, right? It's like a local drug dealer. It's around the corner going, Donald Trump content. Would you like some? It'll make you really angry. And nothing will change because he's just a fucking buffoon pedophile, right? And nobody wants to do that. You don't want to go back and get hooked on that shit again, because it's bad drugs, man. It sends you down a bad path. So just say no. Just say no. Wean yourself off it. Find content that makes you happier. That's the best stuff, right? That's the coolest stuff, the stuff that you enjoy, that you can sit through and you want to get to the end of it and watch it. All right. We'll talk about, excuse me. See, this is the thing. Jenny writes here, holy crap, my algorithm just sent me a video on pattern recognition. Well, this is the thing. For the longest time, people have been sitting there going, oh, you know, they're listening to us. These aren't conspiracies. They are listening. And we give them the consent to listen. Every single term of service for Facebook to Instagram to YouTube allows them to fucking listen. It's just because nobody reads that shit, right? We have given them the power. You can't complain just because you didn't read the fucking terms and conditions. If we went to court, all of us, and went, well, I didn't give them permission to fucking listen to what my interests were. You did. We all did. It's why it's free. When you're free, you're the product. Exactly. There you go, Leela. We're the product. That's it. So you can shake your fist at advertising, right? And then when people say, hey, well, you've got to pay for it, like YouTube Premium, people go, oh, I don't want to pay for it. Well, then you continue to be the fucking goddamn advertising. You're the fucking ad. That's you. You're the product. Unless you pay for it. That's where we're at. And it stinks, right? But this is the world we're at, isn't it? So you make the decision. Pay for premium, get no ads. I ain't seen an ad on YouTube forever. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. What? Did they just switch up our algorithms? No. I just have explained this. I don't know if you've just joined, Tristan, but no, there's nobody sitting there fucking going, we're going to change the algorithm to fuck with people. It's not happening. It's in your head and you're listening to rage bait bullshit. It's not happening. The algorithm is there to serve you. You are in control of the fucking algorithm. You have clicked on something. You take accountability, right? The algorithm is not this fucking overlord that's sitting there trying to dictate. Sure, we live in times where people or the powers that be are cunts and they want you to be angry all the time and fight people and they want you to be terrible. Sorry, I don't know. I'm passionate, Tristan. I'm passionate, baby. But no. The powers that be, they want us all to be angry and pissed off and they want us to blame things and they want to do all this stuff, right? They want us like this. And it's not the case. The algorithm is there, obviously, like, because we can talk about money, because it is advertising, right? Google's making money and the people who are doing content, we're making money as well too. So you want to get the best reaction from your videos for the hard work that you put in to make some money. So they've built an algorithm to try and pay attention to what you're watching and then send you more and more and more. Right? That's just the bottom line. That is it. It's not against you. But I tell you what, the powers that be want you to feel like everything's against you, right? This is why AI music and AI art this is why AI, the first thing that AI is doing, I mean, we're getting promised that AI is going to cure cancer and disabilities and all this fucking crazy shit. But the only thing AI has done has given us a thing to talk to, which gives us the wrong information. It's taken away all our fun and all our joy from creativity. It's taken our music, it's taken our art, it's taken videos, and it's taken all the stuff we love to do to escape the fucking cunts in the world, the fucking powers that be. And you know what? That's the algorithm they're trying to fucking lump on us. And all we need to do is reject it. Just reject it. And you reject it and fucking guess what? It doesn't happen. Because we are an algorithm as well too. We're an algorithm and we can reject what we're being pushed onto us by saying, nah, don't want it. Don't want to watch that content. Don't want to see that. Don't want to believe that. Don't want to fucking have AI make all my music. And how do you do it? You go out and find real music. You change your algorithm. And that's what's fired me up about this. By doing this show called Unearthed, I've decided to go, I'm going to look for good music. And every time I find some good music, guess what? Down that little side panel on YouTube, there's a whole nother list of little artists that could be good as well too. So let's click on it. Let's click on it. I didn't like that one. I only watched like 10 seconds of it. So it's not going to show me anything from them again, right? Oh, wow, I got like another 10 artists out of this. And because I'm clicking and going down all these rabbit holes of finding music, Donald Trump's disappearing out of the feed. All the nonsense is disappearing out of the feed. And only good music starting to appear. Or not necessarily good music, but music that I might like. Holy shit. And guess what? More and more of it over the last 5 weeks I've been doing this, I like. And there's less and less that I don't like. Who would have thought? What an interesting concept. That the algorithm can actually work for you. That you actually have the power to manipulate it to be... Because it's only working off what you're doing. Good Lord. I know, what a concept. This is the truth, man. It is 100% the truth. And it's up to us to take accountability and not blame shift on something that we thought we think we understand. But I'm only trying to give you the information from what I know of how the algorithm works. And from all of the information that I have scoured through over the last week, it seems like it's just feeding off what we do. All the things we do and watch and how long we watch them. So we're only to blame, aren't we? Hello, Muff Radio. Good to see you. Right? Excuse me. So let's talk about, we've got 10 minutes to talk about Facebook. I really didn't want to spend a lot of time on Facebook because I fucking hate Facebook. But Facebook is another one of these things that you can control. Because you may have noticed, right, with Facebook, that in the old days you used to see your friends and you go, oh, there's my friends. Hi. Oh, wow. Why do I have this person on my friends list again? Right? Why? But you saw your friends and you'd see more of them and you'd see remember, let's just go back maybe 5 years, how at the end of each year, does anyone notice this? At the end of each year, you would see all your friends posting my top 10 albums for the year. Every year, man, I saw that and would engage. And then you put the little photos up of your 10 favorite albums and you do that. And all your friends are doing it. They copy and paste it and pass it on as like a chain mail. Haven't seen that at all in the last couple of years. It's just not, that doesn't happen anymore. It's gone. That whole chain mail of a thing happens. And then we all start doing it for a couple of weeks of favorite movie or whatever. It's gone, right? Because Facebook has moved to more ads. Obviously, they're going to serve us more ads because it's a different model. There's no entertainment on Facebook like YouTube. YouTube is a long form television channel with short content, long content. Facebook's just, there's nothing there really. It's just, what is Facebook, right? The group pages and the band pages all look the fucking same. Everything looks exactly the same. We know every time you log on each day, they've moved everything around. You're like, but that thing, why did they move that? Why? Because they just want to confuse you. It's just to keep you logged in and trying to find things. This is one of their oldest tricks, right? They'll take a button and they'll move it somewhere completely stupid, right? To keep you engaged, to try and find the button. Because they're counting that as time on Facebook. Finding the button that they just moved. That's the fucking truth. I'm telling you. Facebook, it's owned by Meta, we know that, and it's hard for them to make money. So until they put adverts in, the uncomfortable truth, they need your attention. They want to trigger reactions, they want to trigger fights, and they want to maximize your time on the platform. Now, you may have noticed recently when you post a link outside of Facebook, like a link to my new song on YouTube, nobody sees it. They're not feeding it to people. They definitely are not feeding that video to people. Why? Because it takes eyes off of Facebook. That's just the truth. And what they'll do instead, when you post a link to a song you just made on YouTube, what they will do is they will fill your feed with stuff that makes you fight people, stuff that you don't like, because they want to get you angry. Right? They want to get you angry and keep you over them. They know anger is the best way to keep people on Facebook. And that's why we're all seeing it, right? We're all seeing this shit in our feed of some rando with some view that's absolute dog shit. And you're like, who is this? I'm definitely not following them because it has follow. It's got the option for me to follow them. I don't know who they are. Their opinion sucks. And why are they in my feed? Why are they trying to get me to engage with this dumb fucking I don't care about them. Well, here's the solution. There's little 3 dots. Tap them. There's a little cross. Hit the cross. Bang. Gone. Hit the cross. Gone. Hit the cross. Gone. You see any of that shit? Hit the cross. 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 Just keep hitting the cross. Just keep hitting the cross. It'll disappear. And you do that for a day. And you start seeing your friends again. It's amazing how that works, right? But instead, people, especially older people, they get sucked in, right? Well, see, not everybody can just uninstall it, okay? Not everybody can. There's some of us, like content creators, who use it to reach an audience that don't always come on, right? So it's not always ideal. Plus, some of us do want to keep in contact with our friends on there and actually want to see them in the feed. Like, I shouldn't have to just like walk away from something just because it's being fucking trying to manipulate me to do something that they want me to do. That doesn't mean I should just walk away, especially when I can manipulate it to work for me. This is the thing. You can change it, right? You can just cross it, close it, get rid of this, delete, mute the person, block the people, just block. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see them. And you'll start to see you are curating it to be how you want it to be, right? This is the thing. Yeah? You have all the control over everything. It's not like, and they'll try to sneak back in. They always do. They'll try and you'll have like a week of freedom of like, oh my God, I forgot this person even existed. And you'll be like, this is so cool. And then all of a sudden, the new things come back of the crazy people posting Charlie Kirk nonsense. And I was just like, I don't want to see these people. He's dead. Shot in the head. Who cares? Fucking move on. I don't want to see that shit. I want to see my friends again. So you have to go through it again and do it again. That's tiring, right? But worth the time to see your friends and hang out with your friends and post stuff that your friends will see and all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, they're all going to try and sell you something, aren't they, right? They're all going to try and sell you something because that's business. This is the world we live in. It is an economy of just consume. We talked about that in the consume episode on the Rant recently. You can go back and watch all the rants. They're like this. They're crazy. They're like a mad trans person screaming down the camera about stuff that is actually relevant, hopefully, and does help you get to a better place, because I'm not trying to fucking tell you what to do or anything like that, just trying to help you understand how this works and how we can make things better. Because here comes the last 4-minute spray. Ah, man. All this shit is just created. All the stuff that's going on in the world at the moment, right? It's just manifesting to get you upset. That's it. They don't want you to have joy. There's no joy. They don't want you, because joy means there's not a lot to worry about. So they continue to keep you upset and angry and against each other and hating each other for fucking, I don't even know, why do I even hate this person? I don't even know anymore. It's just it's something to do, and they just want to control that narrative. And it's even why I talk about AI so much, right? I delved into the AI thing. I covered it all on the channel. I've even before it was all big, right? I was doing fucking Mid-Journey stuff before all that stuff took off. Because I'm interested. I want to find out. You can't know about something unless you like experience it and have an understanding. And I can see things very clear now. I'm seeing what's happening. You know, this is what they're doing. They're forcing this AI stuff onto us. They want us to fight and argue with each other by promoting posts that you're not interested in and rile you up. And they want to take away your joy by having generative fucking music and generative art. So anyone can do it. And these people are like, now anyone can do it. And it's like, yeah, but you're not, like, what are you getting out of doing it? Is it actually relieving you, or are you feeling like you have some kind of control yourself? And it's just not good. But what I've found in the last 5 weeks since starting to look for music, I'm realizing that AI has no chance of fucking survival. A, it's going to burst and it's going to be a massive financial collapse. B, there is so much good music being made by humans and art out there still. Nothing has changed, folks. Nothing has changed. In fact, it's probably going to get better and better and better. Why? Because AI can't compete with us. It just can't. It's just a poor fucking copy of broken down information glued together to try and regenerate something that's already been done so well from us. Like, there's no way it can ever compete. It's bland, it's boring, and it's just a shithouse copy of it. And that's why the labels have got hooked on it, because they know there's a new group of people who actually don't make music, that they can suck the energy out of and take all that pre-made bullshit generative content and shove it over to these people who are just happy to listen to fucking nonsensical garbage, because that's where the pop industry is. It's just rubbish, right? It's all promotion, rubbish. It's jingles that don't fucking stay with you. There's no meaning behind any of the songs or anything like that. And so is AI. But if you've been watching my show Unearthed, I'm telling you, look at some of the artists I've been playing. Fuck me, man. Actual music that emotes. humans that are fucking pushing the boundaries, taking risks, being edgy, all that kind of stuff, only stuff humans can do. We're in a great place for 2026. You know why? Because you get to decide where we go. We get to decide. It's our world, our life. Don't let the fucking powers that be tell you what to do. Manifest your own algorithm. Make your own YouTube channel suit you. Pick your own music. Go and find it. Go find the music. It's out there. Don't give up. Don't let it come to you. Don't be those people that expect everything to come to them. You're in control. You can do it. I believe in you. Do the things that make you happy. I'll see you over at Pete's. That's Oj.